Welcome back from that short commercial break, and I'm sure you are actually feeling the show because you know that when it comes to this particular kind of gossip show, I'm sure you'll be like, what's the next thing actually in line? But without wasting much time, let us dive into the major part of the show itself. So, in the course of the week, there are some news that have popped up in which majority they are not really paying attention to it. Let me start with. For example, now look at this particular news. It says a man goes almost naked in banking hall after 1.5 million naira was withdrawn from his account without his knowledge. Now, here's my question: how the man no go almost naked himself? Because imagine you now look at the kind of situation that Nigeria is right now financially. Look at how things are hard. Woli PJ, imagine if 1.5 million naira was withdrawn from your account. You didn't buy biscuit, you didn't buy shinshin.
You didn't collect loan.
You didn't collect loan. And 1.5 million just disappear from your account. Rapture just carry it. What will you do?
I will carry my bike inside the bike. I'll put a bike inside the bike. I will call some people to help me to carry my bike inside the bank. Go, because I will let them know that without collecting loan, without borrowing money, no, the bank must know about it. So
now, that being said, you said the bank must know about it.
Yes.
It was even being said in the course of this previous week, our 12 bankers was paraded in Enugu. These bankers were actually not just bankers, but it was being said that the Economic and Finance Criminal Commission, that's EFCC, that they paraded these 12 bankers as them being the people behind those automatic and unknown withdrawal from people's accounts. Because according to this EFCC spokesman, it said that these bankers will look at people's dormant account. Maybe the bankers will be like, think maybe you didn't pay attention to your account, no money is coming, no money is going out. So they will silently go into people's account and wire people's money from that account to a different beneficiary.
For what?
That's to tell you the level of these bankers being wicked. Now, imagine now what can make this man go almost naked in a banking hall for just 1.5 million naira. Imagine if truly Nigeria is meant to be the giant of Africa. If truly we are the giant of Africa with all the resources that we have and we are richly blessed, I don't think 1.5 million naira should be what a man should just kill himself for.
But
the economy itself is why the man himself have to run mad in the banking hall.
The 1.5 million actually is not small money now.
Yes, you are right. At least 1.5 million actually can purchase a plot of land somewhere.
Yes.
1.5 million is even enough to even start up a good business.
Sure now.
So how will 1.5 million naira just silently walk out of someone's account without him or her knowing about it? And also as well, this is not the first time we'll be hearing this kind of situation. There are different times whereby people, in short, if we are to say the truth right now here on the show, we will know that yes, out of 100% of those who are going to the bank today, they are not going to the bank to deposit any money. They are not going to the bank to go and withdraw money. They are not going to the bank to go and open an account. They are merely going to the bank to go and make complaint about reduction in their accounts. And the banks are always coming up with the excuse of saying, give us 7 working days, give us this 10 working days. Now here's the question. Why is it that the same banking sector who claim to say that your money is safe, now they can't give account of your money that you're saving with them, yet they will tell you that you are safe to bank with us, yet your 1.5 million actually cannot be given account of? Instead they will tell you to come after some days. Why?
I didn't see that. Maybe as my own idea.
Okay.
For me, saving that kind of money inside bank is too much, because for you, a businessman now like me, if I have that kind of money, 1.5, I would like share it 500 now. 500. This bank, this one wrote 500, and this other bank too wrote 500. But if you are putting one bank, 1.5 million, it's too much. It's too much, serious. Because
Now, that being said, you said 500,000 is too much. But if me, I will give my suggestion.
Okay.
Like the elders in Yoruba will say, Omani kini konya di enje ki agbado to daye. So it's true.
Yes.
Before the banks ever came into existence, our forefathers, they have been keeping their money.
Yeah, but your money cannot be saved in the bank now.
Baba, I'm a pada sori kolo ni.
No, no. 1.5 million inside one kolo.
What are you telling me?
No.
Oh yeah, let us be honest ourselves. Imagine you go to carpenter now, or
Okay.
you go to welder, maybe to build big box of kolo.
Okay.
And you carry your 1,000 naira. You now carry gudu, oshiru gudu, ososinwe, oshiru gudu, ososinwe. There's no how. I'm 1,000 naira notes, to be honest. For you to get 1 million naira now, that's about like one bill of 1,000 naira, that is 100,000. You need 10 of it to become 1 million.
Yes.
Now 100 times 10, that is 1,000 pieces of 1,000 naira notes. We give you 1 million.
Okay.
So that means 1,500 naira, 1,500 pieces of 1,000 naira will give you 1.5 million naira. I am telling you, Kolo can collect 10 million naira. Just keep your money there.
Okay.
So it's true now. My Kolo is safe. You know my favorite Kolo. Let's be honest. IS. I'll go to carpenter. Take 1,000. Let me to build big Kolo. They'll give me the Kolo that's as big as my wardrobe.
Okay.
But
So,
no, it's true now.
Can I ask one question?
Okay.
If you are going out or you meet yourself in any place now, can you tell your colo that to do transfer for you?
That's a good
Or
question.
can you use your colo to collect money because of your cashless? You can't use that now. And your colo that is here too. Someone can just go into there and just take it. Nobody can go into your bank account and just, except if the bank know about it. That's what I'm saying, that the bank know about that 1.5 million.
Truth be told, yes, you are actually right, because you can't go to your Kolo to say you want to go and withdraw from it anytime, because there's no how the Kolo might end up either you break that Kolo and that's the end. But at the same time as well, why will we say that we have in a banking sector and yet our bank account and our information is not safe? That means imagine different cases that we've heard. Look at the particular young lady who ventured into selling of crayfish. Now she has been in that business now for a while, yet in our own bank account, the banks can't give account of 1 million naira that walk out of our account. Why? Did they even know what people actually are going through? The struggles they go through to even gather and make this money that they're saving in their bank account. And yet the bank will just go into it and pick it up. And truth be told, like Yoruba people will say, oh money, so that means the banks can't tell us now that they don't know how the money gets missing in people's accounts, because they are the one who is in charge of it.
Yes.
They are the one who is holding people's information. So how come the money gets missing? That's the problem.
There are some companies that go to bank and collect money, to borrow money, right? And the money they borrow is not from heaven.
The money won't come from heaven. Thank you.
Yes, it's from you, me, she, and other person money.
It's even true anyways. It's true, because
the money that they are going to borrow the company is not from heaven. So banks used to borrow loan.
So that means bank themselves, they are taking the poor people's money to recycle and make money to get into now. Wow.
That is our country.
Okay, so that being said, let's move to next point. Now, this is actually a particular saying by Atiku. He said the Northerners don't need Yoruba and Igbo candidates in 2023. Now, do you really support that? What make you think Atiku is right? Because if I will speak, you get my point now.
Okay.
Talking about history in this place called Nigeria, because one of the reasons why I do tell people that we are still lacking behind because we don't even know history. If truly we have our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers who are older than Nigeria is just 62 years old. So who are our grandfather before we were called Nigerians? No history book can tell us about it. But according to research, it has been said that this part, which is called Nigeria today, it wasn't called Nigeria. it contains some people who migrated from somewhere to hang around and stay here before some things happened. So now let me now elaborate on that. Truth be told, in the year 1500, the Arabs from Cairo, so stop thinking that the Arabs are only in the Arab country. They originated actually from Egypt. Arabs from Cairo, they traveled down to West Africa. But because of one thing, they were unable to get into this part called Nigeria. So they had to hang around outside Nigeria with some people. Who did they actually hang around with? They hang around with the Hausa towns, which was never in Nigeria. It was outside Nigeria. But for the fact that these so-called Arabs who came, they are not just Arabs, they are the Fulanis. According to the Bible, their initial and their true nationality actually are the so-called Persians. They came into this part. So when they were able to understand the language of the Hausa man, they were able to bargain with the Hausas. That was how they came into this part called Nigeria to come and fight, according to what they call it, jihad. They target as holy war. It's a lie. They came in to actually come to steal people's property, steal people, make them slaves and sell them, because at that time all these other nations, they get their wealth from slave merchantry. They sell people as slaves to make money, to become rich. But these so-called Arabs, the Fulanis, they now boycotted the so-called Hausas outside Nigeria. They came to steal people from here, took them as slaves, but the Arabs never gave those Hausas according to their bargain. So that's why the Hausas now found it that if these Fulanis can, through us, get slaves over here, we also can try our best to also come and take our slaves back, so without these Fulanis coming in. That is how the Northerners get into this place called Nigeria. They were never part of Nigeria at first. So how will Atiku, who is also as well one of those Northerners who were never born, they were never the foundation people of this country, they were never the foundation people of this part of the world, how can he now say it with his mouth that they don't really, that the Northerners don't need the Yorubas and the Hausa, the Igbos? Because to me, this word now is just like bastards speaking that they don't need the soul of the soil to get things like that. Means they themselves, they are talking out of sense. Because truth be told, we only accommodate them here. This is not their place. We the Israelites discovered this place and stood here. But they are never part of us. They even came in, we even embraced them. Now they are acting like as if they are the one who owns this place. What do you think about it? Is it not as if they are getting too high about themselves?
What is there is that Atiku has the weapons, the power to do so, because for him to say that, you look at what he have. If he didn't have anybody in his back, he would not say that. And you know that all these people, they are, how will I call them? They didn't even think that someone is existing. Someone's life is nothing to them.
Now,
so they can do or not do. We are talking about all these Fulani people. So for him saying that, you know what he's saying, and he have the power to do it.
Now, that being said, that will bring us down to some other things that we'll look into now, if I go into the major points. Now, we all know what happened in Nigeria in the on the 20th of October 2020. How those innocent Nigerian youth stepped out there, right?
Yeah.
To call for a better Nigeria, for a reformed Nigeria. But instead, they were being attacked by fully armed gunmen with Nigeria military uniform, but yet they tag them as unknown gunmen. Now, here's the question. Why will we have a country like Nigeria where people are calling for positivity, but instead the government sees it as a threat, and they kill these innocent people and they don't even pay attention to it? Now, on the 20th of October, this 2022, makes it 2 years. And Nigerians were like, let us honor these fallen heroes who died for the cause of this nation because they were calling for a better and a reformed country. But instead, it was being said that while they were protesting, that the police went ahead to go and fire tear gas at them. Now, here's my question. These same people, these same police that Nigerians called the government to increase their salary were the one who were instructed by Yahuwah knows who to go and fire tear gas at these same people again. Now, here's my question. That is why I said I support what you said, that truly these politicians don't care about us. Otherwise, it is the same demons who want to get into power. They are the same people who are also instructing police to go and fire tear gas at people.
That is government. That is government for us.
Now, here's one more question I have for so-called Tinubu. Tinubu said something this previous week. He said there are 3 things that he will do if he was elected.
Okay.
Now, here's my question. Like Yoruba people will say, Omani, anybody fed dash of any.
Yeah.
If truly Tinubu has anything to do, why can't he do it now when he's not yet in power? Why is he waiting there until when he gets to power before those things? Because truth be told, in this next clip right now that you're about to watch, you will see what Tinubu himself said with his mouth after the casualty that happened to those innocent protesters at Lekki Toll Gate right here in Nigeria.
October 2020, something happened with the government. That is say we forget for where? For Zimbabwe, by the way. Man, I tell ya, I know they move that way. I know they move that way. Don't make me move that way. No, I'm not built that way. Far across Gaza, look at my sideways. I know come niggas for child's play. In the meantime, I became me.
Those who suffer casualty during the gunshot need to answer some questions too. How are they there? How long were they there? What kind of characters are
For sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
Now we've heard from Tinubu himself in that clip. I'm 100% sure that if I was the one who just said this word now, you might not believe me, but you heard from the horse's mouth. You heard what Tinubu himself opened his mouth to say. How will he say that those who suffer the casualty, that how are they there? Then how long were they there? Then what are they doing there? Now here's my question. In this next clip you are about to watch, let us see what the Nigerian youths actually were doing at Lekki Toll Gate. And let us now see if truly they were actually there to hurt anyone.
I won't make we do that again. Hold on, come on. Make the government yes, they pay us. Now that side, now he pay us well for that side. Are you ready? Everybody say,
sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number. +234 811 731 0928.
And you should too. I had to get me a big goal. Hallelujah.
Now, I'm sure you've seen that clip. So, with that clip now, it has proved that truly these youths were not in any way out there to do anything wrong. They were not there with guns. They were not there with Hammond tanks. So why will the so-called Jagaban of Lagos in his own territory now say that he cannot give account of those who actually went to that particular location to open fire at unarmed protesters? And yet he is saying it now that there are three things that he will do after he's been elected into office. Now, to me, I think there's a particular scam going on. It's true, because how would the same person who just mentioned not quite long that for those who suffer casualty, how are they there? Where are they there? And how long are they there? That is to tell you that this same person you're talking about, they have nothing to offer Nigeria.
Nothing.
Because, truth be told, with everything that we have seen, except if we want to be liars, we can see that truly their initial plan is that they've turned the innocent citizens into their own play games. How can we be in the country whereby we claim to have a very high level, and even we have multi-security agencies, yet for the past how many years we've not been able to curb down the terrorists in Nigeria? Instead, the terrorists actually are growing by the day. That now they haven't getting the confidence to go into people's community, open fire on innocent people and kill them, and yet the government can do nothing about it. And yet now they are calling now that there are three things that he will do for him to be able to get, if only he can be elected into office. Now, here's my question: why can't he do something first? Let us see if truly he can stand by his word.
He will not do so, because he know that if he do it, you guys will not want to vote him, because he have his own bad mind too. I mean, he have his own interest too. For him to say that he's going to do that, he's going to do so. Someone that can say that, okay, soldiers open fire, and now he's not saying he's not the one that tell the soldier to open fire. So he's very 100% sure that he's not going to do what he says he's going to do.
So that has shown that he's only here to give vain promises.
Just government is game. It just
now look at what Aisha Yesufu said. She said that after this previous the outrage, the protest that came out on the 20th of October 2022, Nigerians went back to the same toll gate so that they can pay homage and respect to these fallen heroes. Aisha Yesufu said, if they can tear gas you 4 months to election, to the commemorating 20 October 2020, what will they do? See what she said here. She said, if they can tear gas you 4 months to election, because of people came out for the commemoration of the incident of the 20th of October 2020, that what will they do? So now that means Aisha Yusufu is calling us to something. That these are the same people who are promising us, and yet we are just 4 months now to the next election, 2023, right?
Yeah.
But yet they are still tear-gassing people. So that is a sign to show that truly, if you should vote for them, you are voting for your next doom. Why did I say so? Look at what this man said. What's his name? What's his name? Sanusi Lamido. That's the former president of Central Bank of Nigeria. He says something. He says, "Why I feel sorry for Nigeria's next president." Now here's the question: why is he sorry for the next Nigeria president? Is he meant to be sorry for the next Nigeria president, or should be sorry for the next president that Nigeria will vote for because of our next level of hardship, poverty, death, penury, and if possible, doom of this country? Because truth be told, imagine now that because of ordinary because of ordinary presidential form, they source presidential form for as much as 100 million naira. Now here's my question: someone who can buy the form for presidency for 100 million naira, and the person will still actually do some campaign which will actually cost him money, do you think if he gets into office he won't go there to go and steal the national funds again?
He's going to do so because
that's the interest to me.
Yes, now it's the interest for him to buy the form, call the campaign, and spend a lot of money like that. Where do you want him to sit? It's from the post now. So,
in a situation whereby they are meant to use those funds to even grow this country, just imagine. That's why I said that on Shine Your Eye, we are always here to talk about some things that people are not paying attention to. Because on Shine Your Eye, we are here to make sure that, yes, you shine your eye to see between the lines. Now, look at what this PDP spokesman, that's Ayu, whereby he had to cry out. He said he rejects Tinubu's suggestion to take 1 billion naira loan for PDP. Now, here's my question. Why is Atiku taking loan for PDP? Why is he taking loan for PDP? What is the loan for? As we speak now, Nigeria is owing, if not even more, Nigeria is owing 42.8 trillion naira as we speak.
Trillion naira.
Can they tell us now that from all the money that they've stolen from us, either by the tax we pay or from the so-called federal government stamp that the bank withdraw from people's accounts and every other thing, is that not enough to even pay up this debt? Instead, debt is increasing. So that means that the next people that are coming to power again, they are coming to come and increase the debt and make the innocent Nigerians suffer for it. Because don't get it twisted, debt is something that you take and you must pay for it anytime soon. If they can't pay up this debt, the time will come whereby those who have been borrowing us this money will ask for their money back.
Sure.
And if we can't pay it, they'll be like, then give us the country instead. Look at the case of what happened to what's the name of this bank? I saw it on the news flash online that Central Bank actually helped, I won't call their name, helped this particular bank to pay some debt. And for that singular act, Central Bank sold this bank to get their money back. Now, yes, my question, if Central Bank, who is actually in Nigeria here, can save a bank and sell that bank, how much more Nigeria as a country will go to another country to go and borrow money
and send the country back? And
they think that new country will not be wise to say that that country we are talking about that we borrowed this loan, they have many natural resources. We let us keep borrowing them loans that they cannot pay, so that when the time comes and we call for our money, if they can't pay it, they will buy the country and enslave them again. Just imagine. This is tell you that, listen, on Shine Your Eye, we are here to open your eyes to some things that you don't really pay attention to even know about. Now, aside from that, there's even one I even saw online that even shocked me past. Guess what I saw?
What?
They said a Nigerian man defrauded several US banks for after he presented himself as a Yoruba deity. He called himself Ifeolokun Asorodayo. Imagine. See what Sakpado cause. How will somebody stand up once day and call himself Ifeolokun Asorodayo? That is a deity. Can a deity come as human form to say what the guy defraud? He didn't want to defraud Nigerian bank. He gets guy destroyed. He went to go and defraud US bank. Why now?
He can't kill himself.
Who said that the righteous don't party? Are you hoping to hold a show having an exclusive DJ come to mix with righteous songs from various Hebrew artists coming from different parts of the world, bringing their unique voices to praise Yahuwah using the ministry of songs, and also having a DJ who can help us mix the sync of musics together to make you shake your body and dance off your sorrow righteously? Please contact DJ UL Kingdom Music.
Yo, shalom and peace. Be encouraged. This is DJ UL. Hold on to the vision the Most High gave you. He will bring it to pass.
For booking and inquiry, please call DJ Joel on +1 770 256 2241. Call us today and let's make your event a memorable one. Joel Kingdom Music, bringing the vibe of righteousness into your event. For sponsorship and advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
Sure, now you have to do that, because for a man to go to US bank, him to want to shine your eyes in him, because yes, now we are talking about shine your eyes.
Abi now.
Him to want to shine your eyes in him now.
So the best way to shine eye now to go scam them same bill if I look at Asorodayo.
Yes.
Voila, day.
Yes.
So that being said, let's us just keep fortune. There is news flash as well. I'm sure majority based on the level of Nigerians being fooled by religion. Now, this news says that Nigerian man who stole church offerings from Christ Apostolic Church campground in Osun State was arrested in Ekiti. He stole the church offering in Osun State. He was arrested at Ekiti. Now, yes, my question. Majority of the Christians now will say that yes, Olorun lo mu, yes, is this and that. But yes, my question. This is enough to call out the churches. Ask me why. Because the churches can't tell me now that of all these years that they have been existing, why is it that they are always getting and collecting offering from the members, but yet they are not even helping the members to grow? Some people actually, they've been going to some churches for more than 20 years, and yet their life is still the same and even worse than it was before. So yes, my question, if not that the church was also stealing from people, why will a man claim to go and steal church offering too?
For him to steal the church offering is an offense, one. And what I see is that for him to do so, there will be some problem. I mean, there will be some agenda that he will want to use the money for. He can just think it that, okay, what next is that I have to just go to the church and steal the money. If you have something for him to do, maybe he have go and meet one of all these
pastors,
all the superintendents, all these pastors that, okay, sir, I need some
help,
money, and they will let him to know that this one is church money, we can't help you. Okay, maybe his wife is in the hospital. We didn't know what happened to that man exactly, because it will be problem, because for a man to go into the church and steal offering,
at the point, I truly agree with you. The reason why I said so is this: truth be told, not everyone know what some people are going through. Like Yoruba people will say, "Omani adiyen lagun, many people actually are going through a lot of things. And one thing I observed is, when it comes to religion at large, they don't want to help people. All they care for is to bring in your offering, this and that, right? But when you go to them for help, when they know that yes, they can't get help back from you, they won't help you. Why? Now that will not bring us down to the closing of the show today. If you read your Bible in the book of Jeremiah chapter 23, I observed that in churches they will never read this particular Bible verse. Okay. Why do you think they don't read it? Because it speaks to them.
Who said that the righteous also can pull up a righteous sword? Lamentations chapter 4 verse 2 says that the sons of Israel are also referred as unto fine gold. This is enough to tell you that you can rock your swag and still yet be righteous. Join Great Awakening Clothing today to get the best of outfits, putting nice print, propagating the truth through your clothing to the face of every human on the street. We have it in varieties, from the face cap to the different designs of clothes, putting out the truth right on the clothes you're wearing, and also rocking the truth righteously in your swag, which I call the righteous swag of Great Awakening Clothing. That's why we are called Clothing That Ministers. For booking and order, please call +1 725 21 87991. You can also visit our website at www.greatawakeningclothingline.com. Great Awakening Clothing LLC, the clothing that ministers.
Activate. 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 Activate.
For sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number: +234 811 731 0928.
Now, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, from verse 1 to verse 2, it says, "Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, says Yahuwah. Therefore, thus says Yahuwah Elohai of Yasharel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, says Yahuwah." Now, this particular verse, if you observe, this is the Old Testament, Abi.
Yeah.
At the time of the Old Testament, what we have back then was only the priests and the prophets. right?
Yeah.
Even in the New Testament, what we have in the New Testament was the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and the apostles. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
There was nothing like pastors then. But to tell you that truly, the Most High Yahuwah himself, he knows the end from the beginning. He declared and made that particular prophecy from the Old Testament about the pastors. So now, can I say that truly, all these pastors trying to say this and that, the Bible itself has proved that truly they are caused. But this particular chapter, they will never read it in church. So truly, how would the man truly go to church and go and steal the money? Because people now actually, according to what their slave masters have done to them, because religion never started only from Constantine. It started from Antiochus, as in the book of Maccabees. That was the person that started religion first. They created religion actually just to change the ordinance of life, give people the wrong thing so that they think it's right. Antiochus, who also came up with religion majorly to extort people. That's why today, members who are going to church for years, they are still poor. Pastor that started the church is buying houses.
Within 3 months.
Within 5 months, 6 months, is buying cars. Where is the money coming from?
It's from our offering and tithes now. Because there are some people like me too, they believe that if they didn't pay their tithes, they are not free. But if you can see some people tithes now, you can be seeing 1.5, 1.4. Is that no money?
But here's my question. Do you know that truly at some point people are making a lot of mistakes?
How?
Good. For you to know about this mistake we're talking about, please, we're going to do a commercial break. Stay tuned as we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. And before we went to that commercial break, I was telling you earlier, I said we just actually are making some mistakes. Now here's the mistakes. Talking about tithe in church, they worry you to us that you have robbed me in tithe and offering. But you know, Yahuwah can never do things without giving us procedures. People will say this and that. If the same Yahuwah can give Moses build a tabernacle build this, build that. It should be like this particular measure, let's do this here. So how would they do things without giving them ordinances of how to do it? Now look at what the scripture says about how to pay tithe. Yeah, Deuteronomy chapter 14. I'll take from verse 22, I'll take it down. It says, you shall truly tithe all the increase of your seed, that the field bring forth year by year. Now the scripture says that you shall bring the tithe of all the increase of your seed. That means tithe is not even talking about money. That is one. He said, I will bring forth year by year. Abibeko. But yet in church they are collecting tithe every Sunday. So can I say that truly the pastor actually isn't tithe to extort people? Let's keep reading. Look at the next verse 23. It says, and you shall eat before Yahuwah Elohika in the place which he shall choose to place his name there. Imagine. So that means even we paying tithe, we are even meant to eat out of the tithe. But in church, they will tell you to drop your tithe, turn back, and walk away. So can I say that truly we are making? It's true. Like I said, actually we are making a lot of mistakes. Saying that you are paying tithes, like say, hey, let's majority of us think maybe you don't pay your tithe. Truth be told, let us rest ourselves. Majority will say, well, since I've been paying my tithe and I've been giving seed, God have been blessing me, this and that. Listen, there are two different things in this world, and I'll make you understand that right now. What are those two different things? Number one, talking about saying that God blessed you. I'll start firstly with the name. In case you all don't know, the word God or Lord, it doesn't mean the Almighty. No. It is actually the name of Bali. The white man converted glory going to Yahuwah. They gave it to Bali. Because everything as at that time was in Hebrew. Yes or no? But majority we liked was that they actually translated the name from Hebrew to English. To be honest, for example, Woli PJ, what's your real name? Bolahon. Yeah. Now, if we are to convert that word or that name Bolahon into English, it will become a sentence, right? Yeah. Which means Be Olahon, bringing wealth to showcase, right? Yeah. So how can you now tell me now that, for example, short name like Bolahon that we translated to English and become long sentence, they can now convert Yahuwah. It's now become just 3-letter words, God. Even the same, the son himself, that's Yahusha Amashiach. Yahusha means Yah, our salvation. They say they convert it to English and become Jesus. How does it collide with themselves? To tell you that there are a lot of lies in the so-called religion itself. So them saying that it is God that blessed me with my tithe and offering. Remember that when the Messiah went to go and fast and pray, devil took him to the mountain Abi, yes, showed him the entire world and say, I'll give you everything if only you can bow down to me. That's a proof that truly, don't think that all blessings come from the Most High Yahuwah. Satan himself also blesses too. For example, all those people who are doing money ritual that are getting blessed, is it from God? No. It's from their idols, actually from Bali. It's not from Yahuwah. Why? Because even Yahuwah himself said in the book of Job, he said that Satan himself is the prince of this world. So how can you think that you are doing the wrong thing and because you are making money from it, that's from Yahuwah? No, it's not from Yahuwah. Don't get it twisted. So that being said, this is where we'll be wrapping up the show for today's episode of Shine Your Eye right here in GC Create TV, because we are here to give you those gossips so that you can shine your eye where shine your eye where. So that being said, I remain your humble host DJ Yasharala, and also have with me
Woli PJ.
So with that being said, we'll say bye for now. Peace out. May the peace of Yahuwah be with you all.
Amen.